Hi everyone, in this video we're going to show you how you can use DrFrostMaths.com for doing independent work, what your front screen looks like and how you can access different parts of the website for doing your work by yourself, whether that's revision, going over old things, or if you want to continue to learn new stuff using the website. In the video, I'm mainly going to show you 4 different areas. I'm going to show you about your wheel, what your home screen looks like, where you can get to practice papers, and the key part of it is how you can access the schemes of work so you can see what it is that we've already done and how we can move forward with your learning from there. So when you log into the website, you will see something that looks a little bit like this. This is my screen, so what I'm going to do from here is to change it. I'm going to search for a student up here. This is slightly different on yours compared to mine. I'll show you what a student's one looks like. I'm just going to choose one from here. So somebody's already said that it's okay for me to check, and that's Daisy. So if I choose Daisy, view their dashboard, then hopefully you'll be able to see what I can see. So one of the things that you'll see when you log in is this area down here. So it says topics to work on, whether you're secure, expert or not encountered. And so if you're looking at this from a phone, you might see a wheel here, or if you're on a computer, you might see a wheel, and they're color coded as well between grey for not encountered, expert for blue, green for secure, or this orange for topics to work on. So what you can do as a number one thing, as you've started to use this more and more and more, you'll get more numbers here. And what I would suggest that you do is the first thing is click on topics to work on, and when you've got areas of weakness, that will be the first port of call. Now to start with, because a lot of you are new to this, you're not going to have answered any questions. That kind of backlog of topics is not going to be built up. So what I would suggest that you do instead is you go and look at practice some questions. So down here where it says practice some questions, we're going to click on that and see where that takes us to. Okay, just waiting for it to load up. Okay, now from here, every single scheme of work that we've set up in school has been set up. So we should be able to look and scroll through these. You say all the way up to year 11, 12, 13 and so on. So you need to find your class and then click on the area that you're interested in. So for example, let's say we wanted to do some work in year 10 higher, specifically on angles and trigonometry. We can select any of these areas for us to start. We can then look across at the right hand side where it says difficulty, and we can change the difficulty area here. So instead of it being auto 1 to 4, you might particularly want it to be on let's say 1 to 3. That gets rid of all those 4 questions, which are the most difficult ones. So these are just kind of standard questions. You can filter by your exam board if you want to. So if you particularly wanted to look at AQA or EdXL, fine. I'm just going to leave them as all authors for now. And then click on Start. The next box that comes up is really important, because the next box, to start with, it doesn't know what you can already do. So the questions are likely to have a mixture of things, so you need to look through these and tick anything that you feel happy with to start with. So for example, you might be happy about angles, you might be happy to do angles with algebra, or you might not. Circle theorems we've not done yet. Lines of symmetry in 2D shapes you're happy with. Area of a triangle using 2 lengths angle between them we've not done. So you can kind of look through and decide what you want to do, and then click on Start. Your questions will then appear, and what's nice is you get your question, you get this idea of just kind of move this up a little bit. You get the area that you can kind of see the question, you can type your answer in, and you can work from there. If you're looking at this from a phone and a tablet, you don't quite get the same view as you do on a laptop, where you get this interactive whiteboard area as well. But there's plenty of options. Oh, sorry, you do. The interactive whiteboard areas down here. If you click on the arrows, you can get to see that further below. And then you can type in your answer. So regular polygon, 16 sides, size of each interior angle. I'm just going to write something in here. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. Submit my answer. and see what happens. So again, to start with, it's kind of saying that you might want to change that. It's not quite right. Change it to whatever you think it might be. So let's go 120 and let's see what happens from here. And it says, oh, it's incorrect. The actual answer is this. Now, if you weren't quite sure why that's the case, you can click on the link to the video. So again, on your phone, there's a link to a video there and you can see what to do. I'm just going to go back again and show you a slightly different way of doing this. So let's go back to Daisy Walton. Okay, and again from her dashboard we can see some other things that you'll be able to do. So your classroom teacher will have set you some work and that will be up in the work set area. We've looked at practice some questions. The other thing I wanted to show you was watch a video. So again, if we click on the watch a video section, again down the left hand side you've got an absolute wealth of things to kind of have a go at here. So you can scroll through, find all the different topics that you might want to look at. Again, it's filtered between Key Stage 2, 3 and 4 or Key Stage 5. So if you're doing doing A-levels, you can filter it just by the A-level topics. Once you've found the video that you want to look at, you can click on it. So let's say you're doing some work on sets. And you've got a couple of choices. And again, from each video that you go to look at, there is a choice about what it is you want to do from there. So you can watch the video, and then when you've watched the video, you can practice the skill underneath. Everything that you do then gets recorded. So it's recorded in the system so that you can start to build up your own portfolio of questions that you get good at. And the more that we do this, the absolute better it will be. So I've shown you a couple of areas where you can do some things so far. The final thing that I said I wanted to do was show you some of the practice papers. So if I just go back and back again, the last thing that I wanted to show is down here. It says under the Explore All Topics area, you've also got Browse Exam Papers. So again, you can click on that and you can practice some of the exam papers that are stored in the system. So this is really good if you're at that point where you're starting to revise and you're not quite sure how to go about doing some of these things remotely. All the practice papers are in here for you to try. One of the things that I'm starting to send out now for the Year 10s is some papers that I'm making. And again, the papers that I'm making, I'm putting in Dr. Frost as well as sending them out electronically. So we can start to use this both in normal form, as in a standard paper, or you can do them electronically as well. So as you can see, you've got all the different exam boards. You can click on the ones that you want and you can take it from there. Okay, hopefully that's been a kind of a quick tutorial showing you some different areas. If you need to ask any questions, feel free to do so. You can do Dr. Frost for various different independent work, but like I say, if you're struggling, get in touch with either your classroom teacher or me, and hopefully this has been useful. So thank you very much, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Thanks, bye.